Now to Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all times, who announced his comeback from retirement. The question to be asked now is if this will be a successful comeback. Yes, Michael Jordan came back to win another 3 championship rings, but it's not always like that. Lise Barenboim reminds us of some other comeback stories. Not all of them were happy.
Michael Phelps is back in the headlines and back in the swimming pool. After retiring in 2012, the 22-time Olympic medalist has announced his comeback.
There he is.
Ian Thorpe, another swimming great, also attempted a comeback in 2011, but failed to qualify for the 2012 London Olympic Games. Since then, he has become a shadow of his former self. Swimming is the sport of choice for comebacks. After a 2-year break, French swimmer Laure Manodou couldn't resist returning to the pool. Yet, she was aware of her limitations before the London Olympics.
I did not want to consider me either as captain or leader because I came back and it's still quite tricky.
However, Manodou decided to call it quits in 2013 due to her pregnancy. On the other hand, some have succeeded in their comebacks. After the Euro 2004, Zinedine Zidane retired from the French national team. Yet he agreed to return a year later to help his teammates qualify for the 2006 World Cup. Zidane took his team to the finals, but ended his career on a sour note with the infamous headbutt to Marco Materazzi. Legendary boxer Mike Tyson also made several returns to the ring. After serving 3 years in prison, the former undisputed heavyweight champion came back in 1995, but was notoriously remembered for biting the ear of Evander Holyfield during a fight in 1997. Tyson's career was mainly turbulent, and he eventually left the boxing world in 2008.
I'm not good at it anymore. No, I don't have the desire to be that guy anymore.
Belgian tennis player Justine Henin was also on the losing side of a comeback. After retiring in 2008, the former world #1 returned to action 2 years later, but didn't achieve the same success as before. At the age of 27, Henin tried to resume her career with great enthusiasm.
The road is still long, but I think that's what I like, the big challenges. I think that's part of my personality, to put myself in danger.
An elbow injury did not give Henin the chance to regain her confidence, and she retired for good in 2011. For others, a comeback is the last chance for career resurrection. One example is Lance Armstrong, who made his farewells to cycling in 2005. The 7-time Tour de France winner came back in 2010, but that was the beginning of the end. In 2013, he finally admitted about using performance enhancement drugs throughout his career in an interview to Oprah Winfrey.
The accusation and the alleged proof that they say that I doped after my comeback is not true. The last time I crossed the line, that line, was 2005.
Today, Armstrong is disgraced and stripped of his titles. Yet, there are others who always hop back in the saddle. This is the case of Diego Armando Maradona, who during the 1994 World Cup in the United States tested positive for drug use. But 14 years later, Maradona came back, this time as the manager of his beloved Argentina. It seems like just when they are supposed to end, some sports careers actually start again.
And with us in the studio is i24News reporter Danny Swibel. Hi, Danny.
How you doing today?
Fine, thank you. Danny, this guy has 18 gold medals, 22 medals overall. You're the most successful Olympian ever. Why? What do you have to come back for? How can you go over that?
Once you've had that level of glory in your life, and I mean, he's the Michael Jordan of his sport of swimming. So once you've had that glory to go into the normal world without that kind of high, you can never go back to that world.
He can go on, he has enough money, he can go on vacation now for the rest of his life, even if he lives up to 120.
He could, but he won't. Obviously, he got the board bug, so yes, he wants to live up to the days of Beijing. When he actually went to London, he had dropped off a bit, but still a competitor. I mean, let's face it, this guy's still young. He's 28 years old, I believe he can
do it.
He could still do it, but the thing is, I definitely don't think he will. Just once you've been out of it a little bit, you're starting to get older, I just don't think he'll do it, but just, he believes he can, so he's gonna do it and hopefully can get to that spot again.
You've mentioned Michael Jordan. His comeback, his first comeback was very good. He won another 3 championships after that, but not all comebacks are like this. Yet Michael Phelps is the Michael Jordan of swimming. He can do it. Physically, he can do it.
That's the thing. I think he can do it. You know, when Michael Jordan came back, first of all, I'm very glad he came back that first time. He ended up going on to win 3 more championships. It was absolutely amazing. Really stepped up his game. but then Michael Jordan made another comeback on top of that, which did not turn out so well.
There was a Washington and a Charlotte and a CEO and an owner.
It was a little bit sloppy, a little bit ugly. So hopefully Michael Phelps, again, very young guy, still has that spirit of intensity. So hopefully he could step up to that level. But it always is a sad story when these guys do not, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we're yet to see if this comeback is going to be successful or not. Interesting, this will be for sure. Danny Zweibel, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks so much.
And that's it for this weekend edition. Don't forget you can watch this and every other show on our website at i24news.tv. We're also on Facebook and on Twitter. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and don't forget to tune in anytime to i24news.tv. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.